Well, Target is really coming through this time. Another score at Target is this Ninja Turtle Remastered 6-pack. So Target had the Mutant module, we got that Game Reverse Psylocke, the Thundercats, and now this other pack is the other thing I've been looking for. Really wanted to get, mainly just to fix, so-called, or cure the old remastered turtles with their obvious smallpox disease. So we'll take a look at comparing those two, and also check out this Splinter and really ridiculous looking Shredder figure. This box though is great. It is really cool. I'm sure they could probably just keep them in this. You could probably just keep them displayed like this. But there's this great picture. It's interesting. Which Splinter he has? Right, he's got eyes in here. I'm surprised why he's very cartoonish as opposed to being the regular vintage toy look. All right, enough talking. Let's get this thing open and really get into this. All right, look at that background of that box. Oh, it looks great. The box is really good. But let's not beat around the bush. Let's just get right into the issue with this. Now, are the turtles cured? Let's take a look. All right. New Raphael remastered, original remastered, and then just the original figure. Okay, so obviously the pockmarks are all gone. He's nice and smooth. One thing I do like that they fixed was ever since they started doing these reissues of the turtles, they for some reason started lightening Raphael's skin up. As you can see, it's still there. At least this one kind of goes back to more of the original look of him. Even the shell here is like a different. I think they matched the shell a little bit better here too. The only thing is his red is a lot brighter. This is dark. This is a lot darker, and then that's brighter. So it's kind of the preference if you like it, or what you'd like. So Raphael's, I think, is the easy one. One thing just to note, you want to see his arms. They are a lot thinner. They don't have the big veins though, which is kind of disappointing. Yeah. So their arms were kind of smaller anyway. I do like it. I kind of twisted his arm. He kind of has that longer extension. I always liked how Raphael's arm kind of went out a little bit more. And here is, let's see the back of them too. His shell is, it's darker in this one. So they definitely got the colors better, I think, on Raphael. So he's the easy one. Let's move on to something. Let's start getting more into these ones. So here we go, Michelangelo. Here is the original, reissued rubber head one. But here's Michelangelo. I do like that they colored the little teeth here. That it was never colored before, so that's kind of cool. But look at the colors though on him. These ones look really good. It looks like they kind of changed. It looks like they went a little bit darker. He has like this dark, but it just doesn't. It's not exactly the same. So I don't know. Is that good? I got rid of his smooth skin, but his color's a little bit. Look at this. Look at this. That's weird. I just noticed. Geez, his head's gonna. Man, that kind of stinks. And his orange is a lot brighter. Okay, so let's try Donatello. Okay, look at that. They finally. So another issue was with Donnie and Leo, how they kind of switched the heads up a little bit. So they fixed that, so that's good. That's a good thing. But I do say the color. This one is darker. I guess this kind of matches. It probably matches the original just a little bit, but his shell, if you could see that the shell is a lighter color. I think these ones match a little bit better. And also, the purple it is brighter. It does kind of pop a little bit more. If these ones, I think they really got the colors really good with the remastered. Kind of get a lot. I think they got a lot closer. So it's really a preference. Do you like? You know, look here. So you can really tell, right? Do you like this? The color? That's not really focusing there. So that's, and here's the original. Yeah, so it's kind of in between. I think they went darker, and then now it's like they went lighter. Okay, final test. There's Leonardo. The other one, they fixed the head. You know, they didn't give him. They're not going to give him the sad eyes anymore, so you're not going to get that. So they went. Also, just on Donnie, just reminded me his eyes. They did make the eyes bigger too. Let's see. And here is. So again, Leo. It was darker. These ones are darker. This one he does. I think he does kind of match. Yeah, he's, you know, like I said, this shell is a little bit brighter. Is that going to be really bothering anyone? I don't know. They went. So now you can kind of really tell how they went darker with these original remasters, and now they're a little bit lighter, brighter colors. And that. So I don't think people are going to be. I think they're going to be a lot, I guess, happier with these. His shell's a little bit lighter, but yeah, there's some reason these shells though are lighter. It's kind of weird. And of course, you know, they can't fix the ankles. But we're gonna go check out the next figure, and that's gonna really, the ankle thing then will really be a head scratcher. So let's check out that. Okay, now for a brand new figure, Splinter. So I just want to obvious. Look at this. He has. Look at these ankles, rocker ankles. Look at that. So that will be the next release. It just seems like they're just gonna kind of do something and then just keep improving and make us buy more. So they really suckered us into this, because I don't know if Splinter and Shredder would sell as much being individual figures, but definitely with the pack, it's really makes it worth it then, rebuying the turtles and this and that. But you know, he's got a good head sculpt. He doesn't have the white eyes like the. I think he looks more cartoonish as opposed to looking more like being like a remastered of the original figure, and it's all rubber, doesn't have any cloth. His tail moves, doesn't move any other different. That's basically what the original did too. And he can twist. That's his hands. I don't know. It's weird. His hand is this way. I don't know if it's just, there it goes. See, it took a little bit to kind of get this unstuck. But since they have colored weapons, they did color his little blade here. He comes with a star, and he comes with his crossbow. It's kind of cool. It has the removable arrow. So he comes with additional weapons. The turtles actually don't come with any other weapons. The remastered ones came with all of their weapons. So you will be missing, Raphael will be missing his. He doesn't have anything to go in his back. Alright? So that kind of stinks. So you gotta get. So if you want weapons, you gotta still get those other ones. Boy, they're really getting you on this. You're not getting out of this, you know. But you know, it's cool. It doesn't come off. None of this stuff, you know, it seems to come off to be able to switch out the cloth or any of that stuff with the original one. But he does have good articulation. Then this is a little bit stuck, but you know, his legs are cool. All right, let's go with someone else who's missing soft goods. Okay, let's just get to it. The Shredder figure. Yeah, let's just look at the. Look at the original. Why do they make him so tiny? They did this when they did the 6-inch too, where they made Shredder. He had like this tiny head, so he's got kind of these longer legs a little bit. But I mean, look at just how the Just look at the size. That's crazy. I mean, look at the turtle next to him. I mean, the turtles are, you know, about the size. He's hunched over. So I still think they could probably go good with the original one, but there's no way they're going with this. So I mean, I think a better size is, I mean, the NECA ones. You know, might be a little bit. But I mean, Shredder was a pretty tall guy. Or I do like the them doing the Masters of the Universe. So yeah, he definitely needs to be much bigger. I mean, this is, it's just so, I mean, even that he looks kind of goofy, but look at that. He's got a, this is rubbery. I mean, look at how tiny his claws are. Now, one thing you can do, which you can take this head off very easily and put one of these other capes on, so we can see how, at least that's somewhat of an improvement. Okay, so here's Shredder standing. So, you know, he is a little bit taller, but, you know, not that much, and he's, you know, very skinny. I mean, look at how, I mean, even this cape is really baggy. Let's see what the wired cape looks like on him. Okay, so this cape's even bigger, but I mean, that's probably the only good thing that you could do with him is put a different cape on. Put one of the swords, so he does come with weapons. His hands are very gummy. This is a very fat handles. And he comes with then these two as well, these two little pieces. And there's a real tiny, it's hard to even, got this little tiny star. And he has the twist. He does, of course, so he doesn't have rocker ankles. Yeah, I do like that at least his head can move up. You know, I don't know, maybe he could, I don't know if there's a smaller turtle set, turtle figures that he could work with, but he's too small. Shredder needs to be bigger. Okay, let's pull out some others. Let's see how these guys go with some of the vintage and other things. Let's see how they match up. Okay, and like I always say, I think the Super 7 look great with the vintage figures, so these look really great. They really match. I think the size is kind of proportion how the toys actually should be, with the turtles being much smaller, with Leatherhead being giant, Slash and stuff. So these really look great. So I'm glad that the remastered ones now, you know, we got these, so they're articulated and they really fit good. They also have, you know, they can fit on the vehicles. They're gonna look great, I know, with like the turtle van. The only thing is, of course, their feet have these giant plugs, so they will not, they can't fit any of these vintage ones. Oh, jeez. There you go. I just lost. Raphael can't even. Yeah, so you can't even plug them in. But they fit great, obviously, with all the vintage stuff. So they're gonna look great on the bikes and in the van, all that stuff. One thing I don't know is it with the different in the skin. Do the joints show up a little bit more? That's kind of something that it almost seems like maybe because you're just so distracted from that. Oops, there you go. I'm just so distracted that kind of now you can notice them. These things were just so bad, right? Okay, but maybe I should I'll get an impartial judge here to kind of look and see what turtles are the best. Okay, so here's all the turtles lined up. We got the vintage, remastered, Remastered. So what do you think are the best ones? Which ones do you prefer? What are you looking at?
Maybe those.
Really? You like this look
Yeah.
with that? Why do you like that?
It looks more realistic.
Oh, okay. People were mad saying that turtles don't have that, but all right, well, and then here we go. What do you think of the new Splinter and Shredder?
Turtle scums.
So what do you think about these?
I like them. Not bad.
Yeah, I would really like this Shredder if he was just bigger. He needs to be probably twice as big as this size, I would say. I mean, look at this. He's standing next to Splinter, a rat. I mean, that's
Like this size?
yeah, like that. Yeah, he needs to be that one. Yep, that's exactly what I was saying. Okay, well, there you have it. I think a lot of people are just gonna. I think they'll be happy with these. I'm happy with them. But like I said, the weapons. There's things that if you want the extra weapons, those came with the original remastered ones. But still a great looking set. Turtles look, closer to the original. The colors, they're probably, they're definitely brighter. So that's, I guess, it's up the eye of the beholder, right? Well, there you go.
Thanks for watching. Make sure to like and subscribe. Bye. Turtle scums.
The turtles, you wretched reptiles!